There are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us. We got to think differently.
Moneyball, the new film from Sony Pictures, details the Oakland A's success using a new approach to statistics. But how did that way of thinking get started? The seed was planted, oddly enough, by an aspiring writer in Kansas working nights at a pork and beans cannery.
I actually had 4 jobs. I was working as a night watchman, I was working at flipping hamburgers, I was working at a convenience store, and I was doing a little bit of teaching. The only thing I knew anything about was baseball, so I started writing about baseball.
You're discounting what scouts have done for 150 years?
We're gonna shake things up.
Bill James started writing about the valuation of baseball players using regressions analysis.
I spent a long time trying to predict how many runs a team would score. And given how many runs they scored, how many games they win. Seems impossibly simple now, but that was all it was. At the time, nobody else knew. Nobody was counting it.
In 1977, James compiled all these numbers into 68 pages and started making photocopies. He took out a tiny ad in the Sporting News, and the Baseball Abstract was born.
So the first book sold about 75 copies. The second one sold about 300, and the third one 400.
It was baseball hobbyists, people who had quantitative ability but had no connection to the game, who were generating all this new, essentially, baseball knowledge.
If there's a runner on second and no one out and a ground ball is hit to the shortstop, the right play is to be aggressive and try to make it to third. And I had written about it, and all of a sudden I realized the Oakland A's were doing it. That was actually the first clue I had that these people may be paying attention to what we're doing.
Bill James' way of analyzing baseball was finally beginning to take hold in the major leagues, led by a progressive front office in the East Bay that would soon take the American League by storm.